guys, so today, as the description says, I am bringing you an off-campus housing video, which any of you who watch my YouTube that are interested in coming to SGU, yeah, I give y'all so many videos about the school, but one of the main things I am constantly asked about is off-campus, like how much is off-campus housing, what are the apartments like, are there pet-friendly places? So in this video, I will be showing you my place, which there's already a video on that, and I will be showing you some of my friends' places that have allowed me to film their places and show you. And I will say, I will not look like this in all of the videos of people's houses because school has started and you know, I just kind of have to work with different people's schedules. So I'll be showing you some houses in different locations around the school. There's typically a few major areas that students live in. So when you start looking, Grenada, Lansapines, Montu, True Blue, Point Salines, and Frequente. And so basically, once you get accepted into SGU, there's a Facebook page, SGU Housing, off-campus classifieds for students and significant others. And basically, you can only join this page if you are a student. So if I believe correctly, upon requesting to join, you're gonna be required to show your student ID, or your student ID number, your acceptance letter, something of that sort, and then you'll be able to see it. And so yeah, so let me start with the tours, and then if you watch all the way to the end of this video, it's not a Q&A because I didn't formally ask anyone to leave questions, but I'll answer some common questions that I have. So yeah. Okay, so the sun is setting in my apartment right now, so it might be a little dark, but I think you can still see me. So basically, I'm gonna just show you my apartment, which this was one of the first videos I ever made. And when I originally made my YouTube, it was for my friends and family back home. It wasn't really gonna be for informative purposes, and that's just what my YouTube has become. And I really don't mind that, because I like helping people. And so I will say now I'm trying to give more information as opposed to just showing it. So first off, since I'm the first person, I pay $500 a month for rent, but I now have a roommate. It's one of my best friends since like middle school or elementary school, if you ask her. But so for the two of us, our apartment is $1,000. That includes US dollars. That includes utilities, except electricity, which most places down here, and I'll mention later, electricity is always going to be excluded no matter what's included. So yeah, we pay $1,000. My apartment is pet friendly, as many of you know. I do have a cat, Toulouse, if you want to see him. Hold on. I do have a cat named Toulouse. He is loving my roommate Kayla's vacuum seal bag at the moment, hence that large bag. Some apartments will have a fee for pets, and again, that's just up to the landlord, up to the property. Not everywhere is pet friendly. But so anyways, let's get on with how my apartment looks. So many of the apartments here are actually like house styled. This is my balcony. Me and Kayla shipped several barrels, I shipped one. And so this is the front door that I entered to. I have neighbors down there. There are people below me. There's people also up there above me. I don't think you can really see the balcony, but anyways, you walk in my door. There's still Toulouse. He does go outside, so yeah. This is his little corner spill of the front room. I'll kind of back up, so relative to the front door. I did ship him down a cat tree. His litter box is over here. We have 2 chairs. We recently got this rack for extra things. And actually, me and my girlfriend Maggie just got 2 hamsters. So one's hers, one is mine, but they both stay here. Yeah, and surprisingly, Toulouse has been really well with them. Haven't you? Okay. Anyways, moving on. This is our kitchen space. Mind you, as I'm making this original video, we've only been down here for a week, so we're still kind of filling out kitchen space, but me and Kayla have a full fridge. Some places will have smaller fridges, which you might see later in this video. I shipped down a microwave this past semester since my unit didn't come with one. Some of my neighbors do have one, but so I shipped down my own. I'm currently growing some cat grass for Toulouse. I bought a rice cooker off of somebody. Kayla brought a toaster. So yeah, my apartment only has the 220 volt outlets. So for things like this, for your hair dryers, for your fans, for any US appliance that's not your phone or laptop that has a built-in transformer, you might need to buy a transformer, and there are different voltages. And so you might have to look and see what your appliances take to know what size transformer you need. Like our blender, for example, needs a 1000 wattage. Our microwave needs 700. The crock pot and toaster need 500, and so they come as small as I think 250. They go up to 2,000. Our stove, our kitchen space, our sink, and so yeah. So this is our main room. Then when you walk this way, there's the hallway. So I'll go down there in a second. So coming in here, this is my room. I'll turn on the light. It's not the cleanest, but so there's my desk, window, bed. I bought a rug down here. I have a nightstand. This is just where I keep extra things. Some of the older apartments here won't have like lots of closet space. So I keep my shoes down here under the hamper. I keep my t-shirts and everything folded. And then I do have a bathroom that connects to my room. Everything like that. That's Toulouse's old water bowl. So yep, coming out of the bathroom. We're gonna go to Kayla's side of the room now. So we do have a hallway space. There's a light. Yeah, light. So like I said, we're still kind of moving in. So this is Kayla. Okay, this is Kayla's room. So it's pretty much the same as mine, as you can see. Desk, closet. She can actually keep her closet clean, but and she actually has a shelf for hers, as you'll see. I don't really have that. So yeah, her bed and everything. Yeah, her bathroom does not connect. So she has a little hamper right here. It's kind of dark. Let me turn this light on. And this is her bathroom. And so it's pretty much the same things. It's just kind of a different layout or whatever. And just a shower space. And so yeah. So okay, last thing about this apartment before I end it and start showing you others is that we do not have central air. There is no air conditioning anywhere in here. But if you did notice in our bedrooms, and Kayla's is the same way, we have wall units, which almost every apartment down here does. I've not seen anyone that has central air except Maggie's place last semester. It had central air, and even still you could turn it off and on. But a lot of places are like this. Even people whose common room does have central air, air conditioning, it has the wall unit. So that, give or take, will vary too. And then stay and watch the whole rest of this video. If you have any other questions, I'll try to answer some general questions that I get about living off campus, if you're choosing not to live on campus when you initially moved down here, or even if you've been down here a semester and you come across my YouTube and you just want to know what it's like living off campus. Watch to the end of this video and I'll answer you some more questions then. So this is Frequente. I'm just kind of driving around before I head to my friend's house, just to kind of show you. It is residential and everything, as you can see the houses. So a lot of times, as in all of these videos, landlords will have like students living in a portion of their house. They're not true apartments. They say they're apartments, but they're actually just you having a section of the house. And so the bus does run through here. So yeah. So yeah, I'm about to turn around. Just kind of giving you an idea. So I made it in Erica's house, so let me show you her spill. I'm gonna flip the camera around. Okay, so here's her front door. You walk in. She has a little balcony outside, right as you walked up. You sit on the bus route, right? Yes. Okay, so she sits on the bus route. So literally, like when you walk down to the road out there, it's like she just catches the bus. This is kitchen space, stove, sink, all that jazz. Is that a washer and dryer?
Yes.
That's really. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of big.
It's got an agitator, and then you spin it. It's an old school.
Oh, that's still cool. Kitchen space, sitting space. You have a lot more sitting space than I do. She does have a cat, hence the cat thing. She just hasn't come out to be friendly. So this is her bedroom as well. A lot of places down here will have like air conditioning in the room. A lot of people still use fans because it keeps your AC bill down. And then she has a closet space over here. And then over here is her bathroom. Litter space, bathroom, toilet, and shower. Do you have air out here or no? Do you have air out here or no?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. But I was just wondering.
The air conditioning in the bedroom, if you close the windows and have fans on, it's fairly comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
This this is like an older, not really updated like most students are gonna find. So like we saw with the washer, it's older. It takes me like an hour to do like at least one load because I have to let it fill, wash it, switch it over, hang it outside. And then the bathroom shower is a little bit different. A lot of the times the heater is on the outside of the door that you turn on in most of the older homes. And then there's also the shower head above. But you do have to be careful, obviously. Don't touch it while you're in the shower. You want to turn off the water and turn hot or cold off. It doesn't really do levels like you're used to with a hot and cold nozzle separate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, and then they don't usually have a lot of like drawer space in bedrooms unless you're renting from somebody who knows you're an American student and you're willing to pay a lot more. I can live with the closet space I have. I forget that I have half the clothes because they're in piles, but it does. I only pay $600 a month, and my utilities are about under 200 EC a month, so that would be less than $100 US.
Is that only electricity or?
Electricity and water.
Okay.
My water's like 30 EC
That's
a month.
nothing.
It's not bad. Electricity is anywhere from like 145 to 250 depending on how much I use my air, and that's again EC.
Yeah. So cool. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm in an area called Montu, which is where Maggie lives. Which, if you don't watch my videos, Maggie's my girlfriend. But anyway, so she lives on this property where, as you can see, it's like a big house. Like I said, like a lot of the apartments down here are like house style or whatever. There's like a parking lot right here, which is where I just parked my car. It's like gated in. There's a door for them to walk in. There's Maggie. And so yeah, so we just like got here and we're about to like study at her house for a while. But like I just want to show you the outside while we were outside. So like I said, different compartments. So this is an apartment down here. You can go on down the stairs. And like, again, like Maggie lives on the bus route. So actually, if you look right over there where that parking lot is, it's the parking lot to another grocery store called Food Fair, which I can leave the link to that at the bottom of this description because that is one of the grocery stores that students have access to. And you actually, the SGU bus turns around right over there. So if you live anywhere in Montu, that's the turnaround spot. And so she just walks basically down these stairs and across the street, and there's the bus route. So anyways, we're gonna go upstairs to her house now. Okay, she's a balcony to like hang clothes, her and her roommates. So you walk in, here's the main room. It's fully furnished. And so there is a 3-bedroom, so 1, 2, and 3 over here. So I have a kitchen table, all of this, full kitchen, stove, like it's like a fancy stove. It even has like a middle eye. Yeah. And then the laundry room is over here. So they actually have a laundry room in their individual apartment, which factors into their rent. They have a bathroom and everything. And then they have a guest bathroom. So anyways, let me show you the bedrooms. So the first room is Kat's room. Kat's over here studying. And so this is her room. She has a private balcony out here that overlooks the street. And private bathroom, private shower, all that jazz. Oh, and she also has like a dresser and a mirror set. And then next is Crystal's room. Your room is very bright. So she has closet space as well, dresser, lights, whiteboard, which a lot of people will put up and everything. And then she also too has a private bathroom. So yeah. It's Maggie's room. Hey guys. Wait, it's not even focused. Oh. It's okay. It still got it. Okay. She has closet space. Nightstand, desk, she's also studying. And then her bed. She also has a dresser. The same dresser that's in everyone's room. And then she too has a private shower that looks much different than everyone else's. And then she has a private balcony too, which if you see Maggie's house or room sits on the other side of the house. So her balcony has a different view of the parking lot. So yeah.
So we each pay $1,000 to live here. So overall, it comes out to being $3,000, and that includes internet, Wi-Fi, and water. Electricity is separate, and then like we divide it between the three of us.
Okay, so now I'm in an area that's called like kind of True Blue, kind of like Point Salines. Like we're on the street that's like on the way to the airport, but it's also like in what's considered True Blue, which is right close to campus. It's not super close, but it's kind of close, so you get that convenience of being able to kind of walk like in 10 minutes, but like you can also catch a bus. And so I'm at a complex, as you can see. It's actually an apartment complex, and so I will show you this unit now of like what it's kind of like to live in like one of the complexes. So you walk in, and this is the main room. The kitchen area, fridge, desk, computer chair, all that jazz. Then you keep on walking straight ahead, and here's the bathroom, and then there's a shower. Thanks. And when you walk in here is the bedroom, air conditioning unit up here, and then this is the closet space for clothes and everything. And so she actually has her bed bunked up, so there's extra space. A lot of people do that. They get the mattress risers and everything. And yeah.
So my name is Antonia. I live in Grenada Apartments. I pay $8.75 a month, and that is including everything except electricity. It is pet friendly. I don't have to pay anything extra for having him. And a fun fact about Grenada Gold is that it comes with US outlets, so I don't need transformers.
Okay, so another place that some people live is, well, this is also True Blue, which I've just shown you apartment that's in True Blue, and there's still another one coming. But so there's actually some houses over in True Blue. I would say these are a bit nicer. So if you're looking for something a bit more luxurious and, you know, nice, you know, you can come over here. So I'm showing you one of my classmates' houses. Her name is Courtney. And so I'll show you her apartment in just a second. So this is the outside, and so she has her own little private entrance down here. So you just kind of walk down these stairs. And so a lot of the houses like this, when you find houses, a lot of times the landlord will live upstairs or downstairs, and then you live whatever is the reverse way. And so she lives down here in her own separate apartment. Okay, so when you walk up, she has like actually an outdoor shower right here. And then you walk up onto the patio here. She has a pool on her balcony right here with stairs and everything. Has a full backyard with an assortment of fruit trees that she can get at her leisure. And then she also has just like a standard patio, table, everything. And like I said, her landlords live upstairs. This is the view also she has, and you can actually see the school right over there. Those red top schools, that's the school. And so yeah. So anyways, we'll head inside now. Here's Courtney. Welcome to her apartment.
Yes, welcome.
Okay, so you walk into the kitchen, right in here, full appliances, everything like that. Island bar. Okay, she has a 2-bedroom apartment. So here's one, and it's bed, desk, cabinet space, storage space. And so this is the bathroom, full shower. There's a lot of space in this one. Coming on out. Then you come on down here. She has a laundry room and suite. And then also, coming into her room, full bed, TV, desk as well, storage space, and then also her own bathroom as well. So it's 2 bed, 2 bath. And then full walk-in closet. So it's actually another turn back here as well.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm term 2 vet with Britt, and I live in True Blue, basically across from campus. It's about a 10-minute walk. I am right up the hill from a bus stop, and my landlord is wonderful. She's a great lady. I'm only her second tenant she's ever had. The other tenants she had were business people, so she does rent year-round. So I do have to pay rent around the summer, which kind of sucks because a lot of people get limited rent around the summer. They get to pay half rent and stuff like that, which I do not get to do. My rent is $2,400, and that is US, so it is a big bill. And yes, I could have a roommate, but you know, very nice to live alone, especially when you can live in a place like this. But you know, it is nice when you have parents or brothers or sisters and friends coming to visit. They have a free place to stay, so it's nice for that. But I do pay electric and I do pay for internet. Besides that, everything else is included. Thankfully, I have a very nice landlord who rents me her car as well, and that is $500 US on top of rent. But besides that, you know, I live in a beautiful place and I'm very lucky, and I hope that you guys have good luck finding places to live when you come down.
Okay, so if you want to live near campus, another thing that you could do is actually get like another apartment complex near campus, which there's a lot of these. And hold on, I'll like kind of show you a panoramic of where I am. So this is True Blue Road. It's actually the road that leads to campus. So if you were to actually go on down that road and around the corner, you're at campus. So this is my friend Jose's apartment complex. It's called The Palms. There's a car going by. There's Honeycomb. So these are one of the two newest ones that they've just built. And as you can kind of see in the background right there, they're actually building more on back here because a lot of students want to live near campus. I will say the only downfall is that if you're going to live near campus, you got to be expecting to pay a little more. I know I've shown you some apartments where people pay like $500 to like $800 a month, but here you're gonna be, sorry, there's a dead bird on the ground. You're gonna be expecting to pay like close to $1,000, some as high as even $2,000. A lot of these are studio style, a lot are 1 or 2 bedroom apartments. So yeah, but it is convenient. You can walk to campus. You won't have to drive. And some people want that. Some people don't want to have to depend on a bus or have to buy a car. They just want to be able to walk to campus. There's eating places right around the corner, which I've thought about doing an off-campus eating video because there's a lot of places right off campus. And so, yeah. So let me show you this place. Okay, so this is the hallway where you walk in. So that's where we walked in from. And then these are the doorways, everything like that. And it is multi-level. As you can see, kind of at the end of the hall, there are stairwells. And so, yeah, so this is it. It's a security gate open. There's actually a button over there that you have to press to get in or press to go out. So, yeah, so now we're going to go on in. So when you walk inside, you walk into, like, the kitchen and the sitting area.
Hi, friends.
This is Jose. So he's going to tell you a little spiel about his apartment.
Welcome to Palms. This is the off-campus experience, not too far away from campus. You get what you pay for. It's not the most affordable choice, but it is one of the most comfortable ones. So I live on a 2-2 unit. I have a roommate. I don't think he's home. And then I have my room. We share the kitchen. We share the living room. All the buses that drive to campus, they come through here, so it's never a problem to get a lift to campus. Also, it's really a 5-minute walk. Most of the time we walk it unless it's really hot. So yeah.
Okay, and here's the bedroom. Did the TV come with it? Or you brought your TV?
No, I brought that monitor.
Okay.
So,
oh, you have double outlets.
yeah, so we do have the Grenadian one, and then we do have the standard US plugs, because these are pretty much catered to us. But the bedrooms, they have the AC units, they have your closet area. It does come with an iron and an ironing board. I kind of like hid mine over there. A lot of lighting, a lot of cables. Really everything you need. I really like the mirror.
Yeah, that full body mirror.
Yes. One of them is more judgmental than the other. And here, if you want to take a look at the restroom. We do have a shower. We get cold and hot water.
Nice shower. And then he also has a balcony that connects to his roommates. Him and his roommates share one balcony. And you can just kind of just step out here. And every floor has one, correct?
Yes.
Like even the up floors?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Theirs is a little bit better because they have the outside view.
Yeah, and you can see up high.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing. So Jose actually has like a washer and dryer in one. The only downfall, he says, is it takes about like 4 hours to wash one load.
Yeah, so we get these babies, first time I've ever seen it. Each cycle, it's about, if you do the math, it's a little bit over 4 hours, if not a little bit more. So usually what we do, we load it up in the morning, and by the time we come back for lunch, everything is good. Just take out your stuff right away. Get one of those little steamers, or you can do your ironing board, and that should do it. The TV over here did come with the apartment, and it's a blessing. And we have AC everywhere. We do get cleaning services once a week. They come, and it's really nice because they do the beds, they do the dishes, they mop, they sweep, and pretty thorough.
That's good.
Also, it does come fully furnished. You know, it'll have all your standard stuff. It'll have silverware. It'll have your plates, some bowls. There's some pots and pans. They're not the greatest quality because I think they do get new ones every time. So we just brought our own. Everything else that is extra, like I have this little press over here. I have my very Hispanic coffee. You know, the blender did not come. Everything that you might suspect, it's too good to come. I brought it myself. So,
How much do you pay for this apartment?
right now, we sign up an 11-month lease. It comes to $1,430 US for each one of us. And then they prorate you for electricity. So it comes with everything except for the electric bill. We do a 75 extra. So altogether, I pay $1,505 a month, and my roommate pays that same thing. So yeah.
Okay, one other thing Jose said, this place is not pet friendly. This particular building has all 2 bedrooms, and then the only other thing was that they do 6-month leases and above. So typically, if you only need a semester, which is like 5 months, you know, you're still gonna be responsible for all of the rest of the months, and that kind of varies by place. You know how the leases work. Some places, which I think some people have mentioned in this video, some places like get prorated. Like rentals during the summer or during like Christmas break when you're not here. Some places like actually expect you to pay it, so you know that's just gonna kind of depend on your landlord. Washer and dryer will depend on your landlord. Air conditioning in the whole apartment versus only in the bedrooms will depend. So yeah, so it's just gonna vary. And then like he also said, $1,500 is like kind of like the base rate you're looking to pay anywhere around campus. So like he said, you get what you pay for. You get the nicer place, you get the convenience of campus, but you pay a little bit more. So yeah. Okay, if you're still watching this video, then obviously that means you watched the whole thing, or maybe you skipped past. But anyways, you wanted to know some of the general things about living here. Okay, so one thing I've been asked is how much is rent? So as you've probably seen throughout this video, rent varies. And if you hear this, it's actually just Toulouse running around. Yeah, of course now he got caught, so he stopped. But so basically, rent ranges. I have pretty cheap rent on a per person's basis, paying $500 rent. I would not say that the average student down here pays that. I would say the average student is gonna pay somewhere close to $800 a month. I could be wrong, but even just knowing what other people pay, most people pay well over what I pay. But you might have also seen some nicer apartments on this video. And so it's kind of one of those things that when you come down here, You just gotta like decide, do you wanna spend less on rent and not have the nicest amenities, or pay a little bit more and have nicer amenities? But then also at the same time, especially if you're coming from the States, even if you pay a lot, some things are still not gonna be tick for tack, like what you might be pay. Like I know people who pay $2,000 a month here, and you still might not get what you get for paying $2,000 in the States. So it just kind of depends on give or take. Okay, some people ask how much utilities are, and that's kind of gonna depend on your landlord and like if you're in a complex. So down here there are some apartment complexes, but then there are places like where I live, which is a giant house, but where we live is the apartment of this house, if that makes sense. And so like here, we have me and Kayla have an individual meter for our house. And so everything in here is metered to us. Our washer and dryer, which you might not have seen because I didn't show it, is outside, and we share it with the property, but there's a plug down there specifically for our unit. And I mean, it just goes off of an honesty thing if you're gonna plug into your unit. But anyway, so the only thing I pay is electricity, and it just goes based on for what we use, and we go directly to the electric company that's actually in the area I live in, Lansepines, and pay it. But for some people, you might pay your landlord directly. Some people pay water. Water is gonna be fairly cheap, just as it is kind of in the US. Like water is not gonna be a major bill. My apartment, my gas is included. The only thing gas for me is my, the gas tank for the stove. And so when I do need it replaced, they replace it. Some places will give you the first tank, everything after that is yours on your own, or some places don't include it. And so it'll just depend. And then some places, like especially if you're in a complex, might have a cap on your electricity. So as long as you stay within that cap, you know you're good, and then anything over you might have to pay. But I will say something about electricity. Electricity can be higher. I mean, depending on what you pay in the States, it might not be that high, but your air conditioner, drawing anything heavily, like if you bring a humidifier down here, it can run it up, and also using a dryer. So some apartment complexes might not have the washer and dryer linked to your unit. It might be communal, and it might just be like you use it, and so like that might be factored into your rent. But like for us, I don't use a dryer. I hang my clothes outside on the line out there. I wash it and I bring it up here. So that is something to keep in mind. That's just gonna vary. And then you might look out and find that one place where everything is included. I have seen those places, but it is very rare. So yeah. Some people ask about pet fees, and I know in this video there were several people who did have pets, and they mentioned their pet, what they pay for pet fees. And so, or maybe they didn't, because yeah, anyways, they mentioned what they did for pet fees. And so basically that's also gonna depend. Like I said, I don't pay pet fees, and so it's just gonna kind of depend on your landlord or where you are. Some places will only allow like a single pet, you know, some require a pet deposit that they give back. So, you know, it just kind of depends on your landlord and where you're staying. Another thing I get asked is, how do I get to campus? And so up until this semester, when I had a car, I rode the bus every day. So all of these places that most of these places sit, the buses run. So for each of those places I named early in this video, the Grenada, the Lansepines, all those, there's a bus route that runs from St. George's to University to those neighborhoods. And so some places will say like you sit on the bus route. Some will be about a 5 to 8 minute walk, you know, give or take. So mine is considered a walk. Like I don't live on the street, but it's very close. And so that's how most places are. And the good thing is they run all day from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. And starting at about 5 to 6 p.m. when the sun starts going down, because it does get dark depending on the time of year, 5 to 7 p.m. here. It never gets dark later. The sun does not stay up longer than 7 p.m. at any time of the year down here. But so there's a little bus that starts to run. And so the little bus will run once an hour on every route. So it'll be big bus, little bus, big bus, little bus. And so basically it's a van, and it'll take you to your apartment. So that way, like if you don't live on the route, it'll take you up to your house. So I live up on top of this big gigantic hill. If you've ever watched any of my older videos, and I hate it, but it will take me up this big hill. But no more of that because I have a car. But so yeah, so if you don't get a car and you're worried about transportation, there is transportation. And if you're worried about you're moving down here with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, kids, all that jazz, friend, No, not just friend. It can only be your husband. It can only be your significant other or your kids. Somehow, some way, I think they get some type of ID, but basically they can ride the bus for free and they can come onto campus. But yeah, they're very good. SGU is very good about families and, you know, the people who are accommodating the people who are coming to school with you, or the people who are accompanying the person coming to school with. Another thing, even like some of my family members ask me is like, do I have problems living off campus, or like safety, or like if things go wrong. I think that's like a individual basis. My landlords are very nice. Ow, Toulouse, he's like attacking my foot. My cat. They're very nice. They can be very cheap, but they're usually very efficient. They do a lot of things by hand. They're very nice. They have various fruit trees on the property, and the lady will actually bring me fruits. And if I tell her I like them, and we have mangoes, star fruit, guavas, wax apples, sugar apples, plums, limes, she'll bring me all of it if I want it, oranges. And crime doesn't happen. I mean, it does happen. Now, it does happen to students. The school is really good. The school patrols these areas. The school has its own security system that patrols all the neighborhoods that students live in, which is why the school recommends these specific areas. And then they also get in contact with the local police. It's not very often. The crime rate here is very low. The most common thing that do happen is theft, and it's like petty theft. A lot of times the school will tell you move in places that have burglar bars so that people can't break your windows and get in. And you know, that way if they do break your windows, the only thing they can do is fish around for something that's right at your window. I have double locks on my doors, like, you know, I have the top lock and then the door lock. So, you know, it kind of depends, but I haven't really had an issue. Never been followed, never been mugged, never had anything happen, never had anything stolen. And every time something does happen, the school reports it, where it is, the street, the time. And a lot of these things happen at like early morning hours, like 1 and 2 a.m. when you shouldn't be out walking alone anyways. So, you know, things like that. It's just like, don't do things here that you wouldn't do in the States. Some people have asked, what should they bring down here? I think there are things down here that you can buy. They're gonna be a little higher than they are in the States. My suggestion is to ship at least 1 barrel down. Just 1 barrel of your essentials that you might need. Like this cat tree that I just shipped for Toulouse this semester, it comes apart. That thing could have fit at the bottom of my barrel, and I could have had so much space, but I had actually already sent my barrel before I decided to bring that for him. But you can bring so much. I brought my microwave, you can bring food, and you can bring a lot of things that will last. Kayla brought bedding, Kayla brought this whole stand. Of course, it came apart. She brought her hamper, and I feel like you can bring a lot down in it. Definitely for your pets, bring anything down for your kids, because it might be hard to find those things, and it might be very limited what there are here. But yeah, so I mean, honestly, I feel like you can find things here. Groceries are a little higher, household appliances are a little higher, but it's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video here, and if I did, ew, I have an ugly red bump on my lip. Okay, if I did forget anything or you have any additional questions, feel free to like leave comments in the comments below this video in the comment section. You can also add me on Instagram or Facebook. My Facebook is my username, Brittney Kilgore. Like, it's my exact name. You just gotta spell Brittney T-T-N-E-Y and not T-T-A-N-Y. Like, sometimes I literally spell out my name and people still write A-N-Y at the end, and I'm like, there is no A anywhere in my name. But anyways, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I love helping people. Just keep in mind, if you do want to move off campus, typically the school wants you to live on campus. So unless you have a pet, child, spouse, significant other, medical conditions that requires you to live off campus, etc., you're gonna have to give some excuse as to why. But they ask specifically for documentation, just as a heads up, and they will automatically enroll you for housing on campus. They accidentally did it to me one semester because they said that my cat's thing was invalid, and it was the second semester I was down here. But that's just something to tell you and something to keep in mind. If you are coming down here for the first time, you might be older, you might have said, hey, I already had that dorm life in undergrad, blah 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 blah, I don't want to live in a dorm. But hey, honestly, it lets you get to know the island without all the stress, because when you first move down here, you don't know the areas, you don't know anything. And I moved off campus right off the bat because I brought Toulouse, and it was stressful. It's doable, but it's stressful. So I mean, keep that in mind. You know, they're only asking you to stay on campus for your own good. It just lets you know people, and then you can move off campus with somebody instead of moving in with someone random you don't know or trying to find a one place. There's a lot of 2-bedroom places that are like, you know, $1,200 and then that's $600 for each of you. So just keep that in mind. Everything varies, like just like in the States, like there's 50 million apartment complexes, townhouses, houses, like, you know, I can't tell you an overview of everything. But anyways, thanks for watching. It's the beginning of the semester now. I'm in term 2. Things are gonna start kicking up a little bit, but I'm gonna still try to keep your videos coming. So if you want any suggestions, let me know. If some of my older videos were kind of helpful but you want a more updated video, because I've been down here like over a year now and I know a little bit more, I don't mind redoing some videos or, you know, being a little more specific, just like I did this off-campus video. So just let me know. And also like and subscribe, watch my personal videos where I explore Grenada, even watch my personal videos back home that no one seems to care about my personal life. And yeah, and so yeah, until next time.